Buenos dias. Hello, everyone. Hello, global citizens. Welcome to Madrid. And we are here in this, look at this space. Beautiful restaurant, El Restaurante Panamera, here in Madrid. And of course, we're here with Iván, one of the owners and the directors of the restaurant. Iván, how are you? Thank you for having us.
Thank you very much for the warm introduction, Carlo. Welcome to Panamera. Panamera, it's a Spanish restaurant, a mix of different flavors and spices from Latin America mainly, and other countries. In order to explain a little bit more Panamera, we need to go to the 19th century. So my great grandfather was working in hospitality, but he was a nomad, so he was selling wine, he was selling different kind of foods, going to the different festivals that they were making at the time with his horses and the food. That's how actually it started. Then the second generation, my great grandfather insisted her to don't continue with the family tradition of working in hospitality, but she didn't pay any attention, and she opened a bar. She was also having some kind of pastries in Burgos, in the north of Spain, 200 kilometers north to Madrid. And then the main generation, the most important generation, has been my grandparents. Back in 1961, in front of the Burgos Cathedral, they were going to open something for tourists, in which they were selling souvenirs or they were selling some pastries. But my grandfather said, why we don't open a restaurant here? So they decided to take the main dishes in Burgos, like morcilla de Burgos, which is like black pudding, cordero leche al asado, which is the lamb. So good dishes. And after lots of work since 1961, in which actually in that same building, it was written one of the most famous books in the history of Spain, which is La Celestina. There it was written and produced the first book by Frederic de Basilea. So that's one of the interesting points. And yes, they worked really hard until 1989, in which my father opened same restaurant, Mesón del Cid, but here in Madrid. After another 32 years, we decided to change the concept to what is now Panamera. Panamera, it's the encounter between the fourth generation, which is the base of the Spanish cuisine with a lot of elaboration and dedicated service, and our fifth generation, with my brother Axel, who's in the kitchen right now. We're trying to introduce new flavors and spices from Latin America and some Asian countries.
Of course, you said generations of different businesses, specifically when it comes to hospitality and food business, right? From Burgos to Madrid. Where did the concept, even the name, come from? Panamera, from your original restaurant, Restaurante El Cid, no?
Yes, correct.
To Panamera.
Panamera, which is coming from the Panamericana road, which is the encounter from the North America to South America. We want to show in the restaurant the encounter of the fourth generation and the fifth generation. Fourth generation being a traditional restaurant of classic Spanish food, and fifth generation what my brother and I try to represent here. So I've been living in Brazil, I was working there for the UN, and I've been traveling with my brother to South America, Panama, different countries in Central America and South America, and we want to bring those flavors and spices from there. Also, we saw a big affluence of people from Latin America coming to Madrid, so we thought it would be a good business or opportunity. And some examples of the dishes that we are trying to bring here, it's for instance the picanha, which is a type of cat that they have in Brazil. We're also having the octopus in a banana leaf with some green curry and some vegetables, coconut milk. We are trying to bring some. We are using the same base of the cuisine as the octopus or the beef. It's usually consumed here in Spain, but giving it a turnaround, so it can have our own personality.
Yeah.
Also, not only in the food. If you see the space, we're trying to make kind of an hacienda. Okay, open space, like warm colors in which you feel more comfortable, and we're also trying to have all the time happy music, so people are feeling more comfortable, and we're not having this kind of rule in which you can only stay 1 hour and a half in the restaurant. If you come here at 1, you can stay until 5:30, 6. There is no problem at all. You're here to come to our place, to our home, and to feel welcome. That's one, I think, our most important value.
The ambience.
Correct.
You have a really nice ambience, very warm, welcoming, very relaxed. very tasteful. I think you enjoy pleasant design. It's nice to wine and dine with this kind of ambience. What are the values that have made the restaurant stick around?
So if I'm completely honest, I think my brother and I are really lucky because my father has been with the restaurant since 1989 and he has 4 employees which have been more than 30 years with him, almost since it started. So I think the main values it's those like happiness, good manners, that you fit in the team, and also hard working. You need to be a hard worker. If you are the first one that is leaving the restaurant and the last one to come, this doesn't make sense anymore. This is the value that you're transmitting to the rest of the employees and to the final client. I think you need to be there, trying to work every day, trying to improve, and always with like a positive mental attitude. So you bring that dynamic of positiveness in your team, and in consequence also in the clients and in the suppliers.
Couldn't agree more. And that is why you told me earlier that you have employees who have been here for decades.
Yes, that's especially thanks to my father that they've been able to manage to stay here for more than 30 years, and I think it's honorable.
What's next? Future plans or the near future of Restaurante Panamera?
From an economical point of view, what it makes most sense is to open another restaurant with the same concept and to win more money, but we are not that sure about that because this is our personal project, this is our personal life, and if we feel that if we open another restaurant, we would start the standardization of the process and standardization of everything, and we would lose like our personal value in the restaurant. So I think Panamera it's here in Fernández de la 57 in Madrid. It would stay here as long as it can last, as long as the clients and the employees and everyone wants. And if we open another restaurant, it would be with a different concept because for us this is Panamera and we want it to be unique.
Yeah. To improve on what you have, to be more consistent with what you already have, and not think of creating your own chain.
If you want to come to visit to our house, to our place, to our home, you are more than welcome here. We would be really proud and happy to welcome you here.
Thank you, Iván, and see you here in Madrid, and see you here at Restaurante Panamera. Ciao!